To the Wheat Field, y'all. Welcome to you. I feel like it's so close. What y'all been up to? What y'all been up to? We missed everybody. Y'all know what it is. It's your girl Lati here at Tears and Wheat Throw Show. You show enough never know what you're gonna get. We're not bringing a. I don't know. We definitely can message. Y'all know what it is. Like, we don't need cards. The message. It's just a message. But we just wanted to pop in and chat and see who comes on. Hey, sister. Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you. I missed y'all. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Melissa. How y'all doing? Thank y'all so much for tapping in. We just wanted to say hello to everybody. We don't have no cards or nothing. Hey, special. Thank you so much for tapping in. Yeah, these last couple of weeks, months have just been super crazy. Hey, Veronica. Hey, sister. Thank y'all so much. It's been like so super crazy. It feel like it's just been from one event to another event to another event. And y'all know how it goes. It seems like, things just start, snowballing, and one thing affects another thing, affects another thing. So we are out in Arizona because my bro got super sick, and we came out here to support him and be with him as he was getting well. So he's getting better, and he's at home and recovering and stuff. So that's a good thing. Thank the Most High, right? For healing. But during this time, it's just been kind of crazy. So we don't have any cards, but we have been taking a lot of snapshots at like different times. We've been seeing the number 632. So I don't know if anybody's been seeing the number 632, like the time 632, but that breaks down to number 11. And it is giving me something like in terms of just getting in alignment or balance. I'm seeing the two of wands like plans for the future. So a lot of people or you guys might be kind of thinking about planning. I know that we are. We're thinking about planning, not just like career and stuff like that, but more like how do we maintain or what do we need to do to support each other, whether it's health, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional support, just because so many things have been going on. So I don't know what you guys have been feeling or experiencing, but that's just something that has been coming up for us. Another thing that we kind of been going through is like a deconstruction. So if anybody follows us on Facebook, you'll know we're not religious, but we have a strong background in Christianity, and that's what we cut our teeth on. And even though we don't believe in religion per se, we follow a lot of principles, and we've been under religious persecution by people from the church. So that right there has been a big thing. We've been battling a lot of people who have been coming against us in terms of what we do, how we express the gift, and you shouldn't be a reader, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. So we have been going through and deconstructing some of the text and comparing it like we normally do, and just kind of breaking it down and spreading information. Sometimes we're a little chaotic, like we like to cause a little bit of good trouble, but at the same time, it's really geared towards helping people think about, belief systems and um, how some of that misrepresentation and how it's put together can bring us under misconception and make us a little bit judgmental of other people, which again, folks like us who are clairvoyants and psychics and mediums, and how you approach those people. So if you happen to be gifted and you express your gift in a certain type of way, you can experience religious persecution from people who don't understand how you express. And they tend to use their religious texts to kind of tell you what you can and you can't do. And so we kind of been deconstructing that and breaking it down. So sometimes it's just like I already know the answer. And sometimes it's just like, wow, I did not know this. I did not know some of the origins of some of the books. And as we studied, like, where did certain things come from, it's been very eye opening. So we're kind of going through a sense of deconstructing in that area. Another place we've been feeling the vibes of deconstruction, or like things kind of like being broken down, so, or taken apart, is like um we're thinking about moving away from where we are now and moving back to the Southwest where my brother is. That would require us to dismantle some of the things that we have set up in life already and to take them apart and reestablish. Sometimes it's like, you know, how is it that I can how is it that these life situations are forcing me to recreate myself in this moment? Right? So, what are some of the things that have to be broken down in order for you to be rebuilt? It's given like tower moment, and sometimes we can be called to initiate or enact our own towers by going through a voluntary deconstruction. Like, I don't know if anybody has ever gone through that. Like, this is an area of my life where I really need to break down, why am I doing this or why am I doing that? And kind of get into your reasons for why. And when you understand the why, then you may have more greater capacity for you to start to change those things. Yes, rebuilding the structure, absolutely. You were thinking about that today, Veronica? Yeah, change is the only constant. It is. And I think we handle change differently. Like, everybody handles change different, right? So you can be a early adapter of change. You can be somebody who kind of changes once they see everybody else kind of getting on board with something. And then some people are just resistant to change, like they're not going to change at all, right? But the thing that I like is like being an innovator of change, a person that pursues change, that looks for things to change. How can I make this operate or function a little bit better? How can it be more efficient? How can it give me better results? And so if I'm looking for more efficiency from self, if I'm looking to have better outcomes from self, then I look for areas in my life to deconstruct and to break that down. I feel like I have a wall here, or I've recognized through self reflection or self evaluation that I have a wall in this area. So I'm going to take the opportunity to deconstruct that wall in my life so that I can have a breakthrough. Sometimes it isn't just the things in life that come to us that force us to have a breakthrough. You can create breakthroughs in your life through self-reflection and self-evaluation and see where are the areas that you need to deconstruct. So that's kind of like what we've been on in this space, right? Whether it's again thinking about health and finances, health and physicality, emotional health, spiritual health, and yeah. So sometimes it's, just that. What else, Spirit, have we been pondering? What have you been bringing forth through us? And I guess it just really comes down to like an awareness of self. You know what I mean? Like, how do you really become self aware and getting in deep connection with your divine self, the God within? One thing that I did find that we've been having a high incidence of is like when we think about something, we'll be like pondering, oh wow, this thing is coming to mind. And so Spirit has us thinking about it. And then all of a sudden, boom, right comes across our feed is deeper information about what we were just studying. That has happened to us at least 4 times today. And over the last 3 or 4 days, it's been like very, very prominent. We'll be studying, it could be a scripture. Like today, we were looking at Isaiah 45, we were looking at John 8:39 through 40, and kind of breaking down like what do they mean. And literally, we'll leave from Google going from this biblical site or, different places and comparing the text and searching the etymology of words and this, that, and the other. And then we go to YouTube, boom, it's a whole video on exactly what they're just studying. And of course, we think like, AI is tracking, what I'm putting in Google, so therefore it's bringing it across my For You page. But the fact that what it's coming across is substantiating exactly the revelation that Spirit gave to me, which had me go search it out in the first place, I think that is incredible. With an invisibility cloak, I don't know what that means. I think is that something else? Oh, that happens to you all the time, special? Yeah, like when you go looking for something and then all of a sudden it's just right, like right there. You ask a question and be like, and kind of do a Google search, and then you go to another platform, and then what you are looking for is just presented to you and giving you a little bit deeper insight and information. So that has definitely been coming in. So somebody may be going through a period where you'll see that your manifestations start to come in, or the information that you're looking for so that you can manifest quickly is going to be like right there. Like it's going to start just clicking. The spirit will give you revelation about something and put it on your heart to go look and seek answers. You'll probably start to research and fall down the rabbit hole like we normally do, and before you know it, more information, more resources to support what the spirit already told you will start to show up in your life, or just come to your fingertips. It could be something that, again, comes across your For You page on a variety of platforms. It's like, how did this show up? Like, dang, spirit, thank you so much for coming through and showing yourself approved. So I feel like it's something that is being planned, it's something that's being worked out. Like the spirit is wanting us to find those areas where you can be an innovator of change in your own life. Like look for your own blockages through self reflection and self evaluation. What is it that is being revealed to you where you could be stuck? And if you see that within yourself, how do you deconstruct that thing and then allow yourself to have a breakthrough and use that material to rebuild yourself in that area? Anything else, Spirit? Spirit also is telling us right now, like, to enjoy life more fully. We've been getting like the thing of the taking the good with the bad, right? So we were just kind of again talking about what was it? What was it, Isaiah 45:7, where Most High is saying that it is the creator of all things, light, dark, good, and evil, right? And so in our ability to just experience life in general, we can we it's not all, I don't know if it's like just finding joy, you know what I mean, but it is about the ability just to experience and to be conscious of that thing. Like everything that's in existence, it exists. Like all things are possible. And when we sense it, we experience it, we it's just our knowingness that it is present and that it can happen. It doesn't mean that we have to say, oh, I feel great because this thing that hurts me happened. It just means that I'm aware that it could happen. And in that sense, how do we say it, Spirit? They're telling me in that sense it's like a gratitude that comes from it, right? Because once we have awareness of it, we can then become solutioners and take some sort of action to either improve the situation or reduce the incidence, or create a different level of impact. For instance, I know that I would be an advocate for children's safety because I experienced being unsafe as a child. So, as an adult, one of my advocating practices is to ensure that children have a voice, right? They are able to make, not just make decisions, but they do need to have decision making capability and autonomy. They need to understand that they have emotional safety. That safety comes in various different forms. It's not just like, okay, within the house, no burglar is going to come in, but they need to understand that it's physical safety, emotional safety, there's sexual safety, there's, creative safety, that they can express themselves, to be free to make mistakes, and understand that that's a part of life process of growth, right? It's not the old school way of just blind obedience, but give them the ability to comprehend and to think and to question. So because we did not always have that as children in the way that we were reared, we are an advocate for that. So through our hardships, we can find our purpose in what it is that we're supposed to do to have an impact on creation and make things better. And so with that, I get that because I've experienced it, it was a good thing. It worked well for us at the end of the day, being aware of those certain things. I don't know what else is it. What else spirit have we been counseled on? For some reason, the number 632 is really sticking out for me. I don't know why that is. So again, the number 11 breaking down to the number 2 for balance is coming through. I do see plans. I keep seeing the 2 of Wands, and I also see the 2 of Pentacles now about getting going. And maybe somebody has something that they're supposed to be doing. The spirit could be putting something on you and telling you, like, I want you to get going on this, or put some energy into this area. And if you are reluctant in that, then look within yourself to figure out what is the blockage, what is stopping you. Like, is there a sense of fear? Is there some sort of scarcity that you might? Yeah, I'm feeling the word scarcity. Like somebody may feel like they don't have something, and it may be power within yourself. Like, do I have enough, not just resource, not just time, but I'm getting like a sense of self. Like, am I enough to accomplish this big thing? And spirit is giving me for somebody that they are saying, yes, you are more than enough. You have everything that you need to get going in this moment. There is a plan that is being enacted, but they want you to maybe break through some sense of stagnancy in order to really put things in motion and getting the energy to churn in your life, right? It's definitely giving me like a thing of churning, like energy going out and energy coming back in. And like once you get those wheels rolling, then somebody's definitely gonna take off. I do feel breakout energy. So of course, once you get going, the 3 of Pentacles is next. Yeah, that's collaboration, that's networks, that's that other piece of information or whatever you need to come in and say, yep, you're going in the right direction, you are on the right path, keep going, you know what you need will be presented to you. Once you take the opportunity to put the energy into something, what you need to sustain that thing will be presented. It's almost like how the spirit was guiding us. Like we would get an inkling about something and it would be a question that would come to our head. Like, yeah, that's kind of odd. Like, spirit, why would we be doing this, or why does it say that? And we'll go back and look and research and start to deconstruct it. As soon as we close out of that, like, okay, we got enough in our brain, and we go to another page or another platform, more information about what the spirit told us to go look up is presented to reaffirm what they already said to us. So it's giving me, like, again, that feeling of the spirit constantly reaffirming its prompts to you. Not necessarily like you have to go get it from a book, but it's like the spirit of intelligence revealing something to you. You go and take the steps to research, to get more information, and then it sends you more information to say, yes, what we said is valid. That is the truth. We want you to move forward. So right now, I guess in this short message, I'm feeling a couple things. One, the spirit is having people look within themselves, like coming away from the world purview, the things that we have been taught, we've been programmed or indoctrined to believe, and to start to seek within self. And when you get that hit on your spirit and it says, this is what it is, you may end up going out and be like, okay, let me look for information on that. And spirit will give you the affirmation of what they already told you. That deepens your trust in your own spirit and being able to believe and know that the intelligence within you is true. The second thing, I'm getting the number two. So I'm seeing the Two of Wands and I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing plans and I'm seeing energy and motion. And for somebody, the number 632 is really hitting me. So I don't know if, again, if it's just in the month of June, if it's six for reciprocity, if it's six for recognition and rewards, like the Six of Wands, is it Six of Pentacles? You put that energy out and you will get it back. Somebody may even be having a problem with receiving reciprocity because six to the five is giving me six reciprocity and five being a challenge. So it could be something in that. Or and it could also be saying that you will be recognized and rewarded for collaborating and working with people based on your ability to get going. Six, reciprocity is giving getting back the energy that you put out. Three is giving me the Three of Pentacles, collaborating and networking with other people. And two is you taking the ability to get going and putting the energy into it. So I don't know for whoever you are, like the number 632 being so significant, right? But that's what the vibes are right now. So I hope you guys have been doing well. I miss being, you know, in our AKA studio and being able to bring messages, but we just kind of been going through a space in terms of supporting family and kind of being quiet. I know the spirit is working out a lot of stuff in us right now, so we anticipate having some really in-depth messages when we return. Um, Communication is a big thing right now. We have not been able to communicate, y'all. Is anybody else being affected by this Mercury retrograde? I can't remember how many retro planets are in retrograde right now or will be, I think, in 2026. I think it's like six. I don't know. I don't want to lie. I think it's like five or six freaking planets or something like that. But I know right now Mercury is doing a thing. When I tell you my words have been so jumbled, even with work, speaking to people, it just feels like nothing comes out right. It feels so crazy backwards. I think just saying that made it better because I feel like I've been stuttering ever since we came on live. Like, just trying to get out the little bit of a message that the spirit has been giving us. And it's probably because we didn't necessarily pray when we started either. We didn't just acknowledge and invoke the Alpha and the Omega for being here and speaking these words through us. But we just kind of jumped on and we wanted to talk. We wanted to talk to y'all. We missed y'all. And we miss bringing the messages. It's like it feels like I got so much bottled up and we're ready to explode and just get everything out. That could be a part of it too. Anybody feel like there's so much within them that they want to express and they want to create, but you just don't necessarily know how to do it or how to get going? See, that's right back to getting that energy flowing. Like, what is it? What is the blockage that is keeping some of us in the collective, the wheat field, from like breaking through that blockage and getting the energy going, like getting it churning? Is something in that space. So if you are feeling like you have a blockage, like I'm getting meditate. I'm hearing the spirit say meditate on what is it that they are pointing to. to say that we're trying to point to a blockage within you. And once you, I'm hearing heart blockage for somebody. Heart chakra is coming through. And that's significant because we were watching Michelle Fernandez from Life Mantra Tarot LMT in the house. Thank you so much, sister. She was saying that there's something going on with the heart chakra. And we kind of mentioned it. Like, the woman holding the heart came out in her energy deck and then followed right by the heart chakra. And I immediately put in there, maybe there's an emotional blockage. So somebody could have an emotional block. It's a heart chakra block. And it's because look, thank you, Spirit. Thank you to the Most High. So check it. If you are rooted and grounded, root chakra, right? You, your sacral chakra is active. You are getting these creative ideas. Your solar plexus, the I can, is starting to churn. You're getting that energy and trying to push that energy up. If there is a heart blockage where you don't necessarily even feel like you can do something. I don't know if it's just a feeling or like if it's the emotional connection to what you're doing. It could be blocked by those other emotions that we were talking about, whether it's grief, whether it's hardship, whether it's frustration, whether it's resentment. It could be, so many things that are weighing on you that is affecting how you feel about something. So your heart filter could be clogged and it could be preventing you from speaking things out. You may not even be calling or saying like I can do this. I feel it. I am emotionally connected and emotionally driven to do this thing. Somebody may even be having an issue with self-love and self-care right now, and that definitely can prevent you from expressing like the highest over yourself. Like, are you calling these wonderful things over you? Are you saying, I'm that person? I'm that girl. I'm that guy. I'm that king. I'm that queen. I am a goddess. I am a god. The divine lives within me. It is already in the midst thereof. So everything that I need in order to accomplish what they've told me, what have been prompting me to do to get going on, it's already with me. And when you say it and you feel it, because it could be a disconnection, but even what you're thinking and what you're saying and what you're feeling, right? If you are doing positive affirmations, I am wealthy and I am abundant and I am all these things. If you don't feel it, then there's instant self doubt within you. That self doubt will keep you from attaining the things that you are saying because you don't believe it in your heart. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody doesn't believe it in their heart. So you can say it all you want, and people will be like, oh, that's fake it till you make it. But it doesn't work like that because the universe is going to respond to your vibration. Your vibration is based on what you're feeling, it's in your heart. If your heart is vibrating with fear and disbelief and doubt, it's going to be that you don't believe what you're saying, so the universe is not going to believe it. And you may not even say it because you don't believe it. So I did hear something that was pretty cool that goes along with this. And they showed me a person who questions instead of doing positive affirmations and trying to convince yourself of something that you don't believe yet. Ask yourself the questions. So if anybody been hanging around the wheat field, what up, y'all? It's wheat. What to do? Thank y'all so much for tapping in. Spirit had already gave us to ask the Omega how did they do it, right? They put something on us. They put it in our spirit. Sacral chakra is going. Solar plexus says, okay, the wheel is there. Now the heart says, ooh, can we believe that? Yes. So we're going to ask the question through chakra. How did Omega do it? It's not all about just, I think I can, I believe I can, I can. Because you can have that self doubt that plague that. But if you are questioning, you know, how did the Omega make me infinitely abundant? How did the Omega change my entire life? How did the Omega heal me, right? you will start to get revelations. I do see, just they almost gave me the word revolution, so that's something for somebody. But it's giving me ask the question. That is another part of our deconstruction, right? So all of these things coming back full circle. We are deconstructing our belief systems personally and what formulated our belief systems, because those things still live within us, right? And so we have to find all areas, continue to, it's a lifelong process. It's not going to be done overnight, but we have to find those areas and places where we do need to break down boundaries. One of those boundaries is learning not to question, right? So if you're taught not to question, then this way of manifesting could be foreign. If you don't question self, if you don't question spirit, if you have lost your ability to be inquisitive, then that's something that the spirit may be trying to bring back to you, to say, ask, because a closed mouth doesn't get fed, right? You cannot have what you are afraid to ask for. And the thing that they do tell us is if you ask, you shall receive. So I ask the spirit all the time. They show me something. Well, I ask, how did you do it? Right? Not just, I believe that I can have it. I ask them, how did you do it? Give me the instruction. What are the instructions to receive or to attain or to manifest, to achieve that thing which you have already revealed onto me? And when they start to speak to me, I take the action. I get going, knowing that they will reveal all things. They will give me step by step instructions to put the energy out there. I put the energy out there. They give me the instructions. That's that third pentacle coming back in. And before I know it, I will see, I will recognize we will be successful for having gone through the steps. It's always approaching it from a it has been done already perspective. And from that point, if it's already done, then they know how they did it. And if I ask them, how did they do it? They will reveal onto me how did they do it. For us, it's just that simple. But we just got a lesson in that, or affirmation, because we saw another person doing the same thing. We were like, huh, that's funny. Because the spirit gave us that revelation. They told us to just ask me. It's not about trying to force yourself to believe something that you are not yet in a position to believe, or even beat yourself up because you don't believe yet. I don't. I don't know if I can do it. So therefore that self-doubt comes in, the universe feels the doubt, and then you don't receive what you were looking for, and then that validates the fact that you didn't believe it because it wasn't going to be true in the first place. It creates a self-fulfilling prophecy loop. But if the spirit shows you something and you ask them, well, how did you do that? You become instantly inquisitive. You go back to your childlike spirit, right? Because remember, like when you were 6, 7, or some shit like that, and you were super inquisitive and you will always go to your parents, how, why, right? And then you get taught not to ask. Just be obedient. Don't, I just look, don't question me. So we get taught not to question in a couple of different arenas. But if you could return to that childlike spirit and that childlike inquisitive nature that's already built in, that wants to know why, that wants to know how. How does the grass grow? How does the sun shine? Where, how far away is it? Like that mind of wonderment, as soon as they give you that inspiration, if you ask them, wow, that was amazing. How did you do it? They'll tell you. And before you know it, you will be sitting in the manifested reality of them having done it. Because the only thing you did was ask them how, and they showed you, and then you followed the steps. It becomes easy. And you get hella fast at it. And your resources and the prompts of what you need shows up super quick when you learn to trust that every time you ask how they did it, they will reveal it. Anything else? Nope. Those are the random things that we had going on in our head since we've been off for about a week or so. What we picked up, what the spirit has been working through us. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope something in this random message made sense. Like some of those ingredients came together and made a little bit of a snack bitey just to kind of, hold you over until dinner is ready. That's what I'm kind of feeling right now. So I love you guys so very much. Yes, you said, oh, she is. Hey, sis. She says, where do I start when there is so much the divine is giving you to do? And you can ask them to order your priorities. Which one do you want me to work on first? Which would you have us do first? Which did you do first? Ask them from the past. Which did you do first? What did you prioritize? And they definitely will let you know. They'll show you which one is the priority. Some things they'll put on a for later kind of thing. It's just on the list, right? But that doesn't mean everything is to be acted upon immediately. Where you have like, you cooking Thanksgiving dinner every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have the greens and the macaroni and cheese and some. I'm about to start naming food. It's getting close to dinner time out here, but I'm thinking about some greens, some macaroni and cheese, and some cornbread, and some fried chicken. And some, like it's a good thing to be able to time everything, but everything doesn't start cooking at the same time, right? You can't make, if you cooking breakfast, you don't want to make the eggs first because then your eggs are sitting over there cold. Everything is with. I just made you hungry. Right, but everything doesn't go on at the same time, right? It's a way that you coordinate the meal where everything comes out hot and fresh around the same time, right? So everybody doesn't follow that philosophy though. They'll be done made them eggs first. They got the pancakes over there sitting to the side, and then they go and cook the sausage, and you be sitting up there like these pancakes and eggs is cold as shit, but I'ma eat them because I'm grateful and I'm hungry. So, but you can learn about timing and the order of preparation. So that's definitely a thing. But yeah, I definitely would suggest ask them how did they do it, which one did they do first? Because if everything being done already, past, present, and future, all existing now, right? They know how they did it. They know which one they did first. Yeah, thank you. So, what you cooking for dinner, sis? Since you hungry, right? Hey, Barbie, thank you so much for tapping in. We just chilling, having conversation. I missed y'all. I'm like, I need to talk to the wheat field. We need the energy. We need to get out some of these messages Spirit been dropping on us. 632 is coming through again. I see it so clearly. I don't know. If somebody's birthday like May the 5th, or I mean June the 5th. Well, May the 5th just came out, so that could be it, but June the 5th could be a thing. Oh, you're ordering pho. Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had real pho in a minute. It's been more like ramen with some extra shit put in it. I don't think that's the same thing, but that sounds tasty. Oh, what else did Spirit kind of give us? Yeah, we got called to look at, how we always say we think that they're supposed to be 13 months. So why did we get called into looking into that again as well too? That was weird. And I was like, "Oh wow, that's funny because I knew the turtle shell. So if anybody like turtles, they have like in the center it's like 13 squares, and it represents 13 moons, and then the outer of their shell is 28 little blocks, which is 28 days per month. And I was like, that is so cool that turtles are literally like a walking calendar, but we don't use it. And I'm like, well, why? So if you take 365 and divide it by 12, you get 30 days with, what was it? I think like a, I gotta look at my freaking thing. Did we do it on here or we did it on our work calendar? I'll have to post it because I don't want to get it wrong. But what is crazy is that if you use the lunar calendar, which is 13 months at 28 days per month, and you take the remainder, which is 1 day, and you divide that 1 by 13, which is 13 months, because you would want to split that last 1 day. Like, what is the time remaining? It's 1.3. I was like, that is crazy. So, not only, I'll say it again. So, not only should it be 28 days, which breaks down to the number one, right? But it's 28 days for 13 months, and it would be one additional day. And so, you would take that 1 day and divide it out. Did we do it? Yeah, we divided it out and we ended up with 1.3. All I saw was 13, 1, 13. So it was literally 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. I was like, that's interesting. So it was giving me another like magical standpoint with the number 13. I think Michelle would appreciate that. She's also like into the number 13. So y'all trying the math, right? Take 365 days, divide it out by 13, you get 28 point something, right? So it's pretty much 28 remainder of one. Yeah. And then if you divide that out by 13 months, you get like 1 point. It's something weird. It's something weird how it comes out, but it's literally like 13 and then it breaks down to 1.3. I was like, hmm. And so that led into more because it was like, oh, we're supposed to have one cycle, which is 13 months, and then there's a 1 day rest. And that 1 day rest represents an elevation, right? A transitioning upward. And then we cycle again for another 13 months. Now, the kicker that I got from that was like, Spirit was like, okay, so if you cycle for 13 months, you have the one rest day, and then you elevate and you do another cycle. But with our calendar now, it almost represents like 12 months, and then you just start all over again with another 12 months. I'm like, damn, that feels like repeating cycles. How many people feel like they're repeating cycles? Like you get stuck in a cycle and it just keeps going around and around and around, right? But if you thought about it from the standpoint, like you're supposed to go around, have a 1 day rest, reflection, resurrection, ascension type of day, and then you go through another new cycle, but it's on an elevated level. Therefore, you don't feel like you're going from 1 year or cycle into another repeated cycle. You actually allow yourself mentally, spiritually to elevate a level before you cycle back again. So I don't know if that concept hits anybody, but it damn sure hit me. We was like, shit. Is that why they kind of hid the 13th month amongst all the other months? Because it's in there. It's just trapped in between the other days. Instead of us having 28 days in every month, we got 28 days in one month, and we got 30 days in one month, and then 31 days in other months, and it's all weird and woolly wampus. But if you even it out and follow the lunar cycle, which is represented on the turtle's shell, represented in nature, then you would see you're supposed to go through a 13-month cycle. There's 1 day to reflect, elevate, ascend, and you go through a new cycle, an ascended cycle. We're fucking stuck in a loop because people, the way that they calculate the time, they got us mentally trapped in that shit. Yes, it is. It is. It is. And a lot of people who actually think that they're Sagittarians are not Sagittarians. They're Ophiuchians or Ophiuchans, depending on how you want to say it. But yeah, thank you, sis. It's definitely, yeah, 13 is a really funny number. And then you kind of think about then why do they demonize the number 13? And if you actually put the months in order, right, then April being the first month of the should be number one. I don't even know because I think we were gonna go. We were looking at that part too, so don't hold me too close to the fire on this one because we were looking at the Sanskrit calendar and the Hindu calendar because they don't really have a name for the 13th month. I think I found one that named it Pagume, and it's Pagume. If anybody wants to research it, but the way that it should be, you know that they're off. So I'll go there. Thank you, Mercury, for mixing up the communication. But you know the months are off because the months say what number they should be aligned to. October, everybody knows that octo or OCT, like octogram, is related to the number 8, right? So sep is 7, right? If you have septuplets, you just had 7 babies. So why is the month September marked as the ninth month? Why is October, which is representative 8, the 10th month? So we know that the calendar is fucked if you just think about it. But if you were put them in the right position, if you started with Aries, then there's definitely the ability to find that missing month that's in there. So it was like, they hid the missing 13th month the same way that they take the 13th floor out of hotels. And I always think about that when we're going up an elevator, because an elevator helps you ascend. You're going through levels, right? You're going from one floor to another floor to another floor to another floor. But they removed the 13th floor. They demonized the number 13 like it's evil. And anything that they demonize like that, I always want to find out, why did they demonize it? Why is it so significant? Because it's one of those ways that's hiding our ability to traverse and ascend to another level. It keeps it mentally blocked. You don't think about it, you don't perceive it, or you don't accept it. So therefore, you are unable to achieve it. I don't know if that makes sense, but everything the spirit tells me initially, it doesn't always make sense. That's why we research. So we can learn. They'll tell us and I'll be like, what? And then we'll go look and then we'll be like, oh, okay, that's starting to make sense. It's starting to click. And then they'll bring back some more information that says, yeah, see, this is what we were trying to tell you. Yeah. Yes, that is also true, sis. Divine 13, the number 13 is related to divine feminine energy, hence why it's related to the lunar, right? And not just solar, but it's definitely the lunar months. And we know that to be true because a woman's cycle is every 28 days. And if you count the month from her cycle to cycle every 28 days, you would come up with 13 months, which again is found in nature on the back of a turtle shell. So I love things like that that shows itself approved in various different mediums, right? So not only do we find it duplicated in nature to tell us the truth, but it shows in our in the woman's cycle that it is true. So anybody that's again attempting to align their life and get things in order, like the number 11, we keep getting like being divinely guided and led by your intuition, led by your spirit. It's a thing about us coming into the proper alignment and operating within the proper cycles and seasons. And everything that's built around us in this modern world currently is keeping us off cycle, off rhythm, and out of season. So it would be very difficult for a lot of people to bring in their manifestations without going through the deconstruction and deprogramming phase. Because everything you've been taught is to keep you off cycle so that you don't manifest. So all of that came together, I think, in terms of, what we've been snacking on. Because again, the spirit has been taking us through another series or period of deconstruction. How do we break down what we have been groomed to understand, what we've been indoctrinated and programmed to believe? Um, versus what our spirit tells us intuitively. Like, what do you know from a soul level that's being revealed onto you? And there could be that push and pull, that discord of what your soul is saying versus what you're seeing or what you're perceiving or what you've been built to believe. And because we hold those beliefs so dear to our heart, a lot of people have a hard time with letting it go. They can't let go of something they've been, it's almost like Stockholm syndrome. You know how sometimes you get arrested or kidnapped by something or somebody at such a young age and you grow to love it and you have a hard time releasing it, even though you are seeing or recognizing that it may not be for your highest good. We can appreciate the fact that I recognize it's not for my highest good because now I can make different choices that actually do move me to where I want to be. So that is how we ourselves get joy and fulfillment out of the things that even work so great. Again, like if that pain that you went through, if you can deconstruct it, if you can understand it, if you can seek to deprogram yourself and unlearn and then relearn, not only did you help heal and save self, but you can help teach and heal others so that they can do the same thing, or at least teach and give them the information they have to choose to use it to save and heal self. So, never my intention to change anybody. It's just only to share the information that the spirit gives us, and then you guys get to choose what you want to do with it. I can't make you eat shit. You can do whatever you want to do with it. It's just up to you. But the spirit will always discern so that you know what they bring to you is true. So if you have been questioning, if you have been called to question, if you have been feeling a little bit extra inquisitive, right? Seek. If they're putting something on you, they're giving you a vision, and you don't even believe, like, oh my God, I keep getting shown this grand vision. But is that really me? Can I really do that? What I'm seeing in front, I don't know how we gonna do that. I don't know how we're going to accomplish. I don't even know where to start. Ask them. Ask them. How did you do it? How did I become fit and fabulous? You know what I mean? At my great age of almost 50. We 49. We ain't ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? How did I become how did I get into the best shape of my life at 50? How did I experience the most peace I've ever experienced in my life at this point? Like, how did I live this beautiful life? I started asking the Omega these questions. And when I started asking them, they started showing me. How did you get fit in 50 at 50? Well, you did this. Can you see yourself doing that? Yeah, I can see ourselves doing that. That's simple. What do you mean? What? Instead of doing this over here, I go hit a couple of extra squats. I pick up a kettlebell, or even if I'm sitting in my chair at work because I sit for most of the day, then I do a couple of these. Oh, if you twist your arm going up and get that little extra, that mama part where you be stirring the pot and it do the thing right there because she be whipping that. You hit that, oh, it's tightening up, it's doing the thing. So ask questions. Ask and you will receive. Ask and ask and ask, especially if you are having trouble believing, because we all go through it. Belief is a very funnel. It's a very fickle kind of thing, right? Sometimes you believe some things and some shit is just hard to believe. But the crazy thing about belief too is that means you don't know. When you believe something, that means you don't know it. How do I know? Because nobody has to tell you what your name is. You don't believe that your name is whatever it is. Our name is Lati. I don't believe it. I know it. Right? So once you get to a place of knowing this, everything becomes much more simple. I know that they did whatever they showed me that was done. The vision, they showed it to me. So they did it. It's done. I know it. What I don't know is how they manifested it. How did they do it? So instead of saying, I know it can happen, that's already self defeating. I know it did happen. Again, I'm just going to say, how did you do it? Please reveal unto me how you did it. And then to that, I be obedient. I follow the steps and I trust it. And before you know it, you will be walking in the evidence, the manifested, tangible evidence of that faith, beloved. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I believe that you're beautiful. And we are all beautiful creations of the Most High. I love you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to this quick. We've been on here for an hour. You see what happens when you do the thing that you love to do? Time just flies, right? It just flies. I didn't even know we were here talking that long. But I do see that the sun has moved a bit, so we should have had a we didn't even notice. We didn't even notice. Right, Barbie. Thank you. I mean, I appreciate y'all for hanging out and just coming through and sitting and talking and chatting, and getting the tidbits that the spirit has been dropping on us. I'm telling y'all, it's so many different things. It's like bites and bites and bites that's like we've been nibbling on, but all of it feels so significant. And the big thing that I can get is I keep seeing the word deconstruction of my belief systems. How are they formulated? What was I programmed to believe? And to allow that falling away, to seek out the programming, not just wait for it to me to hit the brick wall, but it's like, okay, where are the walls? It's almost like, the person who is going to go seek and clean up before the catastrophe happens. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm seeing a woman with a talent, like that analogy in one of the texts where it says, that she knows that there's value, she knows that there's a talent, and she's going to sweep the house clean until she finds that one talent, right? I feel like somebody needs to go looking for that thing. There's something in that energy, that resource that's in there that you need to acquire, and your soul knows that you need it. You know that you need it, but are you taking the opportunity to go and find it? That's what I'm getting with that energy getting going. Like, there's something that you need to go after, to seek and to go get it. And it may require you to do some deconstruction in order for you to obtain it. Like, if you had to lift up the rug, you would have to move something out of the way in order to obtain that thing that's under it that's valuable. So it could look like somebody needs to sweep up underneath the rug or pull the rugs out and dust them off. And I'm seeing like somebody beating the rug and all this dust is flying out, right? Not only is it giving restorative, but I do feel that tearing down and breaking down of walls. It could be something that's keeping, again, the heart being the central chakra, it could be keeping you from your higher you. So don't be afraid to deconstruct you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tapping into the Tears and We Tarot show. You show enough, never know what you're going to get. Sugar Latte here to the next now, y'all. I love you. Ashe, beloved. Mwah.